ins and outs. Over the years, folks, you've seen many live events right here on TVJ. It was great to see everything on stage, but behind the scenes, whole nother story. I have with me Country Director of the British Council, Olayinka Jacobs-Bonnick, and she's here to tell us about a program called Backstage to the Future, which is going to focus on just that, what's happening backstage at events, and give some young people a chance to learn firsthand what that is like. So good morning to you.
Good morning.
Happy New Year. Welcome
Happy
to
New Year.
Jamaica.
Thank you, thank you.
Backstage to the Future. I see the pun there. I see what you're doing. Tell me a little bit about this skills training program for live music events.
For live music events, yes. So Backstage to the Future was originally launched at the Brazil Olympics. It was a part of the British Council's contribution to the Cultural Olympiad. And since then, it's gone on to grow quite importantly, not only in the Latin American region, but also in the Caribbean. And this iteration is called Backstage to the Future Caribbean.
Okay.
And it was launched in Colombia last year at the Green Moon Festival. And we were able to support the participation of one young person from the Alpha Institute.
Oh, wow.
But this time round, we'll be able to support the participation of 3 young people, and we're hoping that as the program grows, we'll be able to work with more young people as we go along.
What was the catalyst for the program? Because, you know, it's very timely that we're talking about event management and, you know, with certain things that are happening in Jamaica now. It's good to have young folks working with the seasoned individuals. What was the catalyst for the British Council to do this program in the first place?
Well, you know, one of the things that's quite important for us is to ensure that all our programs are demand-driven. So we spent quite a lot of time doing the market research, trying to understand what the needs are and how we can best contribute to some of those needs. And this is actually an ongoing discussion that's been happening for about a year and a half now with several different stakeholders, and it's culminated in this. So we're quite excited to be able to soft launch it at the Rebel Salute Festival.
So your research showed you that this was a prime area.
Absolutely.
That folks wanted to get into that you could contribute to.
In terms of skills development for young people,
yeah.
Yes.
And how did the partnership with Rebel Salute come about? I find that interesting.
Actually, we had the opportunity to run a pilot this month in January, and we wanted to ensure that we worked with a festival that had the international standing. And, you know, the experience that you have at Rebel Salute in terms of what's happening backstage is, you know,
Real deal.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So, and we know that Jamaica produces really excellent live shows, but it's just a case of, you know, what's the gap in the market? How can we help young people who are interested in that to move forward? So this program will give them the opportunity to have hands-on experience in sound engineering, lighting design, and stage management. So there is coursework attached to it, but it's more experiential, it's more hands-on.
Not really theory.
There's not a lot of theory,
yeah.
but just enough to enable you to understand what you're doing when you're backstage.
Yeah, the practical is really where it's at, though, because you have to get your hands dirty,
yes.
roll up and jump in there.
Absolutely.
How many young people? Tell us a little bit about them and what will they be doing?
Altogether, we'll be supporting the participation of 10 young people from all around the Caribbean, 3 from Jamaica, 1 from Cuba, from Venezuela, and also from Colombia. So they'll be coming here. They were the cohort that were in Colombia a few months ago, and so they're continuing their training with this opportunity in Jamaica.
So is that how you're going to continue the program?
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Continuity, and then it gives them, you know, a chance to build on the skill set. So they're going to come here. When do they arrive?
The first person arrives today, actually. Okay,
all right.
And then the majority of them will arrive during the week, and then, you know, we'll go down to Ocho Rios. There is, as I said, a theoretical component to it where they have some classroom time. It's not really classroom because they're actually on site.
Right.
And then they will have the opportunity to support the professionals backstage, either through observation or through hands-on experiential learning.
So they're going to get a chance really to shadow.
Yes.
So
that's exactly
producers working with producers, stage managers working with
Absolutely.
Stage. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And a lot of the young people already have some experience in those areas. So we have people who are producers, who are musicians, who are stage managers in their own countries, but they're still in that learning process.
What is the expectation of them after that process?
Well, what we would hope is that they will be absorbed by the industry. I mean, one of the areas that we have discovered in the Caribbean generally is that there just aren't enough professionals to support the growth of the festival sector, the live event sector, rather. So this is about contributing to that, and hopefully they will have the opportunity to be absorbed into the industry. And also, we like to work on a cascade model. So it's also about sharing with their peers.
How long do you work with this particular cohort before you start another group?
We're going to probably have one more session with this cohort. The idea is that we will launch the program formally as of April. And as we go along, we'll see how it works. But really, in an ideal setting, I think a good 3-4 months worth of events, training, hands-on is, is quite a lot, especially since they already have the experience themselves. So it's really about building on what they already know and making sure that when they are ready for they are ready for the market.
You all must be very proud of the work that you are doing there. This is just one of several programs that you have shared with Jamaica, with the Caribbean at the British Council. That must make you all very, very proud of what you're doing.
We're very happy that we're able to contribute in a really significant way. It's important that what we do makes sense and that the persons who benefit, whether they're young people or professionals, that it's something that works not only for them, but also that knowledge transfer between the UK and Jamaica and the Caribbean and Jamaica and the UK is also very important. Because we have wonderful skills and knowledge here.
Correct.
So it really is about mutuality, and that's really exciting for us to be able to showcase on both ends.
Now you're demonstrating your partnership with Jamaica, which is fantastic.
Yes.
This is a great program. I think it's a great benefit for the young folks who are getting involved, especially in an industry like this. As with media, you kind of you have to learn as you go from the folks who know.
Yes.
So this is a great program. They come, first person you say arrives January 10. They'll be down at the festival 12th and the 13th of January. Internship and assessment closing day on the 14th, and then on the 15th. They're out of here happy and more knowledgeable.
And more knowledgeable, exactly.
Fantastic. We appreciate you coming in to tell us more about this program. We wish you all the best, and we thank you on behalf of all the folks who will be participating. This would also be good for Rebel Salute, eh?
Well, to a certain extent, yes, because they're imparting and sharing knowledge, and Rebel Salute, as you know, well, Tony Rebel, as you know, is someone who's very interested in young people, interested in sharing and making sure that the younger generation can take the next steps. So, yeah, they're excited about it, and we're excited to work with them.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Director of the British Council, Olayinka Jacobs. Stay with us to get the early word specials from Distinction College after this.